to Roddy Piper about tomorrow night here in Atlanta at the Omni. Very frankly, my friend, I am concerned. You're facing a man who seems impervious to pain, this Abdullah the Butcher.
Well, you know, that's very nice of all these people. A lot of people coming out and saying that maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe I talk very loud and I say what I feel, you know. And all my life I said what I feel. And I ran down Abdullah the Butcher and told you about 12 Krispy Kreme donuts. I know how tough Abdullah is. I know that he ain't no pushover. They're talking about nobody in the Omni has ever beat Abdullah the Butcher. And what I'm saying is I ain't perfect, but I don't have to be perfect to beat Abdullah the Butcher. They're talking about people in the Omni tomorrow. Abdullah's run through all these. I know how hard he can hit. You take a look at this mug of mine. You don't think I ain't been hit a few times, mister? You don't think I ain't run into a few brick walls? Listen to me, Abdullah the Butcher. You want to bring it on? Then you bring it on in the Omni. But let me tell you something. I didn't come to play games. Showdown, you bet. And I ain't even saddled my pony yet, mister.
It's World Championship Wrestling on tour. If I may, here's a man who has not been in front of these cameras for the past couple of weeks.
Well, I've been traveling all over the world. I spent some time in Japan, and even though I was across the seas, I heard about the things happening. There's a lot of unusual things taking place. This match coming up between Mr. Piper and Abdullah the Butcher. I'm looking forward to that because Abdullah the Butcher's got a reputation of being a very notorious individual, very, very vicious man. I see that Ivan Koloff, a lot of things that are taking place I like. Ivan Koloff's back in the area. I'm coming back in the area. My good friend Super Destroyer is now the champion. Buzz Sawyer's still ranting and raving. There's a lot of things I don't like. You see Tommy Rich and Paul Orndorff. These individuals, Tito Santana, they're still making a lot of excuses, Gordon. It took place before. I guess they're going to, you know, when they lose, and they can't come up to say, and they can't really say, you know, Gordon, somebody beat me, somebody took my place, or somebody has taken me in the ring and beat me 1, 2, 3. They always come up with some kind of mistake. Well, it's not going to change, fellas. You're still going to get beaten, and I guess you're still going to make the excuses.
Well, thank you so very much. The superstar returning to World Championship Wrestling. Right now, it's my pleasure to introduce a gentleman who, for over 2 decades, has been promoting wrestling in the great state of Ohio, primarily in Canton, Ohio, and it's a pleasure to have on the program and to welcome aboard Vince Risko. Welcome aboard, Vince.
Mr. Solie, it's my pleasure to be here.
Well, I know, of course, that you're down here, #1, scouting for competition for future matches.
That's right. I've got a lot of contracts to sign over the weekend. I'll be busy all weekend, and of course, we'll be announcing the matches in the future for Canton and Northeast Ohio.
And I understand, too, there's some talk about the possibility of Akron, Ohio in the near future?
I believe by the first of the year, we might be able to go into Akron. There's a new building going up called the Breakaway, and we're contracting with them.
Very good. Now, let me ask you this. We're talking about some of the matches, and I know, of course, that you have been in this situation between Buzz Sawyer and Tommy Wildfire Rich as yet has not been settled. I know that you've been talking to both of these men.
This is a promoter's paradise if you can make that match. And I've got an open contract with the Buzzsaw, but I don't know if I can get Tommy Rich. I sure would love to do that.
Well, I'll guarantee you one thing. I think all you have to do is show him that name on that contract, and he'll be there. Vince, after 2 decades of wrestling promotion, continued success to you.
Yes, I have to tell you that your program is so well received throughout Ohio, both in the homes and the arenas. We're elated with what's happening here.
Well, very good. Thank you so very much. Vince Risko, ladies and gentlemen, promoter in Canton, Ohio, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Easy to look at yourself and tell that you're rich because you're both ugly, you're both skinny, and you're both a coward.
No, I ain't gonna...
I just missed my
Please, John.
Portland, Oregon, to take care of you. Don't you worry.
We've got a match in the ring. Let's go through the ring.
Let me tell you something, Gordon Solie, he's just